She tells me after I get off work to stay in the house. She got somebody that's coming to visit her. I stay in the house. Somebody pulls in my driveway. I walk out and she's in the car making out with these people.
In front of your house?
Yes.
You need to return the gifts, or you need to give her $1,500, which is the value of the gifts because you testified that was the value, whether or not you're the child's father.
Mr. Dixon had a whole nother child while he was still with me.
So what was he doing in Alabama?
Making babies. Yeah, he was doing in some work. He put in a lot of work.
The courtroom drama kicks off with the case of Davis versus Ham. Ms. Davis is here claiming Mr. Ham is the father of her 1-month-old baby, Jerrell Ham Jr., and she's brought the request for a DNA test to prove it. Fasten your seatbelts. The roller coaster is just starting.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Davis, you claim you got pregnant with Mr. Ham's child after knowing him for only 2 months. You've petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove that Mr. Ham is the father of your 1-month-old baby, Jerrell Ham Jr.
In a twist, Ms. Davis is also hitting Mr. Ham with a lawsuit for $1,500 over some baby shower gifts he allegedly snagged from her. She spills the tea on their whirlwind 2-month romance and the unexpected pregnancy that followed. Strap in, the story takes a wild turn from here.
You're suing him for $1,500 for the cost of the baby shower gifts that you say Mr. Ham took from you. Now, Mr. Ham, you say Ms. Davis was dating 2 other men and you are certain that you are not father of her child.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ham throws a curveball, doubting he's the daddy. He points to Ms. Davis's other romantic entanglements and her still being married status as reasons. He's pretty adamant, setting the stage for some serious courtroom drama. Buckle up, the plot thickens.
Okay, this can't really be my child due to the fact she had all these boyfriends. At the end of the day, I couldn't find she's married too. I don't know what to believe.
At some point after you're at this lake and you start talking, you have a sexual relationship.
In the car with me, and we left that same day, and we had unprotected sex that same day. We had sex that same day.
After 2 days of knowing him, how can you be with somebody?
You slept with me the first day.
You didn't even, so what? You had.
So what? But you just said it was the second day.
Okay, look, you had unprotected.
And I'm not lying. Yeah, we did.
Ms. Davis recounts a tale of sudden illness at work, leading to a shocking pregnancy discovery at the hospital. She describes breaking the news to a then joyful Mr. Ham, whose joy quickly sours amid heated arguments. The stakes are high, and you won't believe what happens next.
Couldn't take it, so I told asked my supervisor, can I go to the hospital? They took me to the hospital. I'm thinking I had food poisoning or something, and I was pregnant.
After you found out you were pregnant.
Yes.
How did you tell Mr. Ham?
I called his phone and told him I was pregnant. He was at work. I went to his job. The man was talking about it. He was happy, excited. Yes, I did. Went to your job.
So you felt like his reaction was that of excitement? He was gonna be there. So
help me out and do all this.
The judge dives deep into the tangled web of Ms. Davis's love life, piecing together a timeline that's as complicated as a soap opera. With overlapping liaisons with Mr. Ham and another beau, the paternity puzzle just gets more jumbled. Stay tuned. The truth starts to unravel.
You've admitted that at this time you had a husband.
Yes.
You had a boyfriend.
2 boyfriends.
And you
Actually, my husband, we separated.
But you had a boyfriend. Were sleeping with Mr. Ham.
Yes, I was.
Were you sleeping with any of the other men?
My boyfriend. My boyfriend. My boyfriend.
So you do admit today, during the window of conception, you were sleeping with your boyfriend and Mr. Ham.
I stopped sleeping with my boyfriend at the beginning of July.
Shift gears to a baby shower fiasco where Mr. Ham ended up hoarding all the presents, sparking this $2,500 lawsuit. Ms. Davis claims all she got were a few gift cards and a measly check. Hang on, the judge's ruling on this mess is up next, and it's a doozy.
You had to be excited about the baby. You had to feel like...
The baby shower, I did not even want until after the baby was here, until I found out it was mine.
But at some point, you had a baby shower.
Due to the fact that she talked my family into it.
I
got into it with my
family. Ms. Davis, his family into giving a baby shower for the baby?
No, I did not. I didn't even know they were throwing me the baby shower. They begged me to come to the baby shower because me and him previously, we got into an argument. He like, don't come to this baby shower.
The judge lays down the law on the baby shower gifts, siding with Ms. Davis. Mr. Ham is ordered to either cough up the gifts or shell out $1,500. Just when you think it's all wrapped up, the DNA results make their grand entrance.
Key word is give. Once you give a gift, you cannot take it back. At this time, based on the evidence you presented, I have no choice but to rule in favor of the plaintiff for $1,500 because those gifts belong to the baby. You need to return the gifts, or you need to give her $1,500, which is the value of the gifts because you testified that was the value, whether or not you're the child's father.
Drum roll, please. The DNA results are in.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Ham, you are Jerrell's father.
Like I said, I don't have no problem with stepping up, but at the same time, I can't be in this child's life if she's trying to control me with this child.
It has been determined by this court that you are this child's biological father, which means as a father, you have rights.
The case starts with the official introduction of the participants and the case announcement. Spruill vs. Dixon. Judge Lake welcomes everyone with a warm yet formal greeting. The stage is set for a showdown you won't forget.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Spruill versus Dixon.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Spruill, you are furious that you had to file a paternity case against the defendant, Mr. Dixon, due to his denial of your daughter, Skya.
You'll want to hear this. Mr. Dixon lays out his side, describing their relationship as nothing more than a fling. He doubts his paternity based on a particular conversation, which he thinks proves his point. What's Mizzy Spruill's comeback? It's just around the corner.
Mr. Dixon, you claim that your relationship with Ms. Spruill was purely sexual, and one conversation that occurred is the only proof you need that her child is not yours. Is that correct? So, Ms. Spruill, why is he denying paternity?
Here comes a curveball. Marvin, possibly a friend or relative, brings out a diagram to help illustrate his doubts about the paternity, involving a tale about a co-worker who shockingly claims the baby belongs to his brother. This plot twist might just turn everything upside down.
Well, as you can see, I have a family that works at a store. On this particular day, my family member wanted to present Skya around. One day she went to work, it was like, she was like, hey, we're so excited about our newest family member, Skya. So she goes around showing pictures, excited about it, showing to our coworkers, her bosses and everything. So for one particular coworker comes out of the blue and was like, whoa, wait a minute, pause. That's not his baby, that's my brother's baby. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Why would this girl come out of the blue and claim that this is her brother's baby?
Just when you think it's calmed down, the debate gets even fiercer as Ms. Spruill accuses Mr. Dixon of deception, particularly about the events surrounding her pregnancy. She's tired of his denials and is ready to set the record straight. What happens next will have you on the edge of your seat.
Because Kamaya is constantly lying.
Oh, wow.
She even lies about this baby. It was a time when she was pregnant. She said, I slipped and fell in the tube.
Your
You
sister
texted me,
took me to the hospital.
you texted me saying you in the ER the whole entire time, but once phone,
His
you in the
sister
living
took
room,
me to the hospital.
giggling, laughing, playing
His
with your
sister.
son.
And as far as the co-worker telling his family member, that same co-worker got on the phone with me and his family member and let it be known his family member was mistaken. He wasn't even around.
Expect the unexpected. The discussion shifts to Mr. Dixon's decisions, like his move to Alabama, supposedly for a job, where he allegedly started another family. Ms. Spruill uses his Facebook activity against him, suggesting his actions speak louder than words. The revelations keep coming, so stay tuned.
Mr. Dixon ran off to Alabama when his daughter was 1 month old, to say he was working. He wasn't working. He was not working.
You want to
know
to
how?
Alabama to get a better job.
Oh, no.
To make more money.
Wasn't even 7 months. Mr. Dixon had a whole nother child while he was still with me.
So what was he doing in Alabama? Not
Making babies. Yeah, he was doing in some work. He put in a lot of work.
Are you ready for more bombshells? Ms. Spruill presents evidence from social media, showing Mr. Dixon's previous acceptance of Skya, which contradicts his current stance. The courtroom is buzzing, and Judge Lake's reaction is not to be missed. The climax is fast approaching.
You say he accepted the baby at first, and this is your evidence to prove it. So this is his,
and that is my baby girl. And he had other pictures of Skya on there as well.
And you claim he's accepting her. He's made her.
He was so happy.
You're saying when she was born, he was claiming her. He was saying, my baby girl is in the world.
He was there my entire pregnancy. He said I was pregnant because he's throwing up everywhere. He said I was pregnant.
Hold your breath. It gets juicier. During a family Thanksgiving, the truth about Mrs. Spruill's pregnancy comes out, leading to more disputes and accusations flying left and right. Everyone's tempers are flaring. What will happen when the dust settles?
Everybody found out that I was pregnant. Everybody knew I was pregnant by then. Because at first they were saying I was lying about being pregnant because Mr. Dixon kept telling them I was, even though he went to the
All she do is lie. You don't know what to
You
believe.
went with me. How did I lie?
You don't know what to believe.
So did you go with me to the appointment? Did you?
went.
Was you there when they said I was pregnant?
No, I wasn't there when it
Oh, you wasn't
came
there?
back with-
Oh, and didn't they tell you to come to the back? So we didn't go to the back and talk to that nice
I
lady.
was never there.
You
I was
wasn't
at the
there.
house the whole entire time when you...
All right.
Gear up for an explosion of revelations. The dialogue turns into a volley of accusations about lies concerning the child's health and Mr. Dixon's reliability. Their frustration is palpable, and neither is backing down. Watch out for the judge's intervention. It's a game changer.
When me and Mr. Dixon are on good terms, he's daddy of the year. Me and him fall out, Skya doesn't exist. And that's what infuriates me more than anything. I don't care how you feel about me. That baby didn't deserve that.
Why do you
My
lie?
baby did not deserve that. I know what it feels like to grow up without your daddy. It's not a good feeling. And to have somebody come in and out of your life is not fair. If you're gonna be her daddy 24/7. Don't pick and choose your days.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The DNA test results are revealed.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Dixon, you are the father.
The case, Davis v. Simpson, is announced. Jerome gets a shout out from the judge for his assist. The stage is set and it looks like we're in for a wild ride. Let's buckle up for the twists and turns ahead.
Ms. Davis, you say that after a rocky marriage and nearly 15-year separation, you reconnected with your ex-husband 3 years ago. You say Mr. Simpson is now denying he is your 2-year-old daughter Elizabeth's father.
Strap yourselves in, folks. Ms. Davis drops a bombshell right away, claiming her ex-husband, Mr. Simpson, denies being the father of their 2-year-old Elizabeth despite reconnecting 3 years ago after a 15-year break. She's here to lay down the law and prove paternity. The judge recaps the stakes, making sure everyone's on the same page. Up next, Mr. Simpson takes the stage. Get ready for fireworks.
Mr. Simpson, you say that your ex-wife cheated on you multiple times and is incapable of being faithful. You say there is no way you are her daughter's father and DNA tests will prove your case. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Ms. Davis isn't taking this lying down. She fiercely confronts Mr. Simpson's accusation of her infidelity, admitting to some truths but firmly denying others. The air crackles with tension as they hash out old grievances. Keep your eyes peeled. Mr. Simpson's about to recount a tale from their past that will have you picking your jaw off the floor.
What do you have to say about Mr. Simpson's assertion that you are incapable of being faithful?
Your Honor, I think it's ludicrous. He's being an idiot. I know that she is his, and I'm tired of our past coming into play.
For a fact, I've known 11 times that she's cheated in her previous relationships.
11 times?
Yes, ma'am.
Fasten your seatbelts. We're diving into memory lane. Mr. Simpson relives a past betrayal, catching Ms. Davis in a compromising situation. His story paints a vivid picture of their rocky history, eliciting gasps and chuckles from the audience. Ms. Davis isn't about to let that stand. Her side of the story is next, and it's a doozy.
We were married 15 years ago. She tells me after I get off work to stay in the house. She got somebody that come and visit her. I stay in the house. Somebody pulls in my driveway. I walk out and she's in the car making out with these people.
In front of your house?
Yes.
And you're inside?
Yes.
Watch as Ms. Davis takes a stroll down her own memory lane, acknowledging her youthful indiscretions while emphasizing her honesty with Mr. Simpson. She offers a peek into their complicated young marriage and eventual split. The plot thickens. Mr. Simpson's next revelation might just tilt the scales.
We were married when I was 16 years old. I was just a kid. But every time I cheated, I was honest with him. So I never lied to him.
Oh, so you cheated and told the truth.
And told the truth about it, yes. And we were only together for about 9 months. And then we split up.
Your Honor, I'm at work and she's home packing up her clothes. As soon as I come in, she's leaving with another man.
So you on your way home and she's on her way out?
Yes, ma'am.
Just when you thought you'd heard it all. Mr. Simpson expresses doubts about Ms. Davis changing her ways, suggesting history is repeating itself in their renewed relationship. He shares his suspicions with the judge, hinting at a pattern that's hard to ignore. What's coming up will have you questioning everything. Ms. Davis is about to discuss pregnancy tests.
I get family and friends telling me that she's bringing guys to my house all the time.
So wait, this is the second time around you say the coincidences and all of the stories are still the same?
Yes.
But it's true, you did reconnect,
yes,
and you all started to have a sexual relationship again.
Well, technically, yes. In the first week, the first week we were together, Your Honor, I just came out of a relationship. I have my own kids. I've got custody of all my kids. Things just wouldn't rise to the occasion because of all the stress that I was going through.
Guess what's popping up next? Pregnancy tests. The question of baby Elizabeth's paternity takes center stage as the timing of Ms. Davis's pregnancy tests becomes a hot topic. Both sides lay out their timeline, leaving everyone scratching their heads. As the tension mounts, the courtroom is on the edge of their seats for the paternity test reveal. This is the moment everyone's been waiting for.
I didn't take a pregnancy test until after he had left me and I had no way to contact him. I was staying in his house. The electricity got shut off. I had to go stay with a friend of mine that helped me and my daughter out. And yeah, I continued to be friends with him even after David came back. And I took a pregnancy test because we went out for New Year's Eve. After that's whenever I found out I was pregnant.
Things are heating up. The debate over paternity reaches a boiling point as Mr. Simpson questions the traits Elizabeth inherited, comparing them to his family's genes. Emotions run high as the implications of the paternity test loom large. Everyone's breath is bated. Watch as the envelope with the results comes into play. This is the climax you've been waiting waiting for.
And you thought the baby wasn't yours. So then you start showing out.
Well, truthful, faithful.
You lost hope at that point.
Yes.
After the thing in the car,
yes,
it just felt like your life playing over again.
Yes, I mean, it's like a book. You can only go through it so many times.
And so you decided at that point, she's up to the old.
Yeah, the old tricks.
This is never gonna work. She's pregnant, it's not my baby, I'm gonna move on.
Yes, ma'am.
And here it is, folks, the grand reveal. The paternity results are in.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Simpson, you are the father.
I'm sorry.
The courtroom drama kicks off with the case of Woods versus Volmar. The judge takes the stage, and the room echoes with polite greetings. Buckle up, because the drama is just starting to unfold.
This is the case of Woods versus Volmar.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Woods, you say you had a brief sexual relationship with Mr. Volmar, which resulted in him intentionally impregnating you. You say Mr. Volmar now refuses to take responsibility for his child, and you are here to prove he is your baby's father.
Strap yourselves in for a wild ride. Ms. Woods launches into her story, accusing Mr. Volmar of purposefully getting her pregnant during a quick fling and then dodging his fatherly duties. She's here to prove he's the dad, but Mr. Volmar throws a curveball you won't see coming.
You say Ms. Woods is a manipulative liar who was sleeping with multiple men during the time of conception and is so desperate to be with you that she's decided to pin her child on you. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Here's a plot twist. During a key moment, a condom failure turns their casual fling into possible parenthood. Ms. Woods humorously calls herself a fast breeder, quickly corrected by the judge to fertile. You won't believe what comes next.
One thing led to another, we wound up having sex. The condom popped and told him, like, I'm a fast breeder, like I have 4 other kids. So
a fast breeder?
Yes, I'm a fast breeder.
Fast breeder.
Let's just say
he told me he was in a relationship for 5 years.
Get ready for more bombshells. As they dive into the details of their hookups, Mr. Volmar remembers several times when they forgot protection, painting a picture of their carefree encounters. These revelations set the stage for some heated exchanges.
So you admit you had a sexual relationship with Ms. Woods?
That's it.
You weren't in a committed relationship?
Never.
And once she told you she was pregnant, did you immediately think it was your child?
No.
Do you agree with her assertion that when you all had sex, the condom broke?
Condom broke.
The condom broke.
It was sex. It was fun.
And the condom broke?
Yeah.
This part takes an emotional turn. Ms. Woods vividly describes Mr. Volmar's initial denial of being the father when she told him she was pregnant. She exposes the rocky nature of their relationship and his dismissive attitude. The tension rises as she outlines her next steps.
When you told him you were pregnant, what was his response?
He automatically told me that he wasn't the father because I was staying with a man at the time.
You lived with him.
Does not matter. I was at your house every day, so how I had time to have sex with you and have sex with him.
Wait a minute now, Ms. Woods. If you were living with him, you were still in a relationship with him, right?
Right, our relationship with my other kid's father, but I was not having sex with him within that month I conceived.
The stakes get higher here. Ms. Woods talks about the emotional turmoil and logistical nightmares after discovering her pregnancy, leading to a drastic move. The story deepens, revealing personal struggles and conflicts. What happens when she returns is even more shocking.
I have no choice but to tell him that he might be the father because I was staying with him at the time. So I'm stuck having a baby.
Are you?
Yeah, I had the baby. By you.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I'm 100% sure.
I don't even know his
Look at that baby. That baby looks just like you. She don't look nothing like me. That baby look exactly like him. His eyes, his nose, his facial structure. That baby look just like him.
You make those same faces. I remember. That's you.
Hold on to your seats for this confrontation. Mr. Volmar voices his doubts about being the father, thickening the tension in the courtroom. The expert testimony that follows might just flip everything upside down.
I'm speaking right now. Okay.
Might be his kid.
We riding around or whatever. He wound up back. I'm like, what you done that for? What you brought the kid back for? Oh, I know it's my child. But which is it? Either she your child or she not your child. Like, I can't deal with him.
Did you take the DNA testing kit back?
He brought it back.
Mr. Volmar?
I wish I could have took her back to the store. She's the worst thing that happened. I promise you, I got so many headaches. This is like...
Why didn't you take the DNA test?
Because he cheap, he don't want to pay for nothing.
As the expert speaks, the plot thickens. With scientific insights into Mr. Volmar's fertility, the courtroom hangs on every word, waiting to see how these revelations will sway the case. The DNA results, revealing the truth, are just moments away.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Volmar, you are the father.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!